time that this increment happened, what did it really mean, or what does it mean to the crude, I'd say the LPG Marketers Association? What does it mean to you as main stakeholders?
Yes, this simply means that LPG price is going to shoot up. And it also means that LPG consumption in Ghana is going to go down because LPG is a very sensitive product. It's sensitive to price.
Okay.
The slightest addition to the price of the product goes a long way to affect the consumption of the product. The irony of the situation is that government has set itself an objective to increase consumption of LPG from the current 25% penetration level to 50% by the year 2030. You know, when you're dealing with a consumable like LPG, which has an elastic demand, if you want to increase consumption of such a product, the only way out is to take measures to bring the price of the product down. So you can attract a lot of people into your consumption net, so government objectives can be achieved. But we see government acting contrary to its own objective. You can't eat your cake and have it. You cannot set a laudable objective to increase consumption of LPG, and at the same time, you increase the price of the product through taxation. We believe the two cannot be achieved.
Okay.
Let's ask ourselves why the government, in the first place, set such a noble objective for LPG. Of all the petroleum products that we have in this country, LPG is the only product that government singled out and set a target for it. Let's ask ourselves, why did government do that? His Excellency, the President and his cabinet in 2018 identified LPG as a product whose consumption need to be increased in Ghana. So they singled out that product and said that within the next 10 years, we should double consumption of the product.
Okay.
So obviously, the government itself see the need for us as a country to push up consumption of LPG in Ghana. But unfortunately, as I did indicate, LPG is a product with an elastic demand. You cannot achieve the double. You can achieve an increment in consumption, and at the same time, whilst you are pushing up its price.
Okay, let's stay there. In this two, you can't achieve the double as you're saying. Which one should go first? Which one should government focus on? I mean, we can't take away the two, but in increasing consumer level, which one do you think the government should work on first in the 10 years target?
Yes, the obvious and the most obvious thing for government to do, if it really means to achieve this target of 50% penetration level by the year 2030, the obvious thing government needs to do is to take measures to reduce the price of the product.
So these measures...
Every kilo of LPG you buy, you pay about 20% of the price you pay for LPG is made up of taxes, 20%.
Okay.
And as an illustration, for the past 4 years, we have been calling on government to consider removing all the 20% taxes on the LPG, because we believe LPG must be made tax-free. Because even some of our West African neighbors are indeed subsidizing LPG. In Ghana, we used to subsidize the product. We moved from subsidy to full cost recovery, and we went ahead to put as much as 20% tax on the product. We believe that if government really means well to push up consumption of LPG, then the obvious thing to do is to take off that 20% tax. Because if you look at all the variables in the price build-up of LPG, international market price, government cannot do anything about. The two government can control is the exchange rate and then the taxes on the product.
Okay.
But unfortunately, the exchange rate, we are not doing too well as well. The city keeps depreciating. So the element that government has absolute and complete control over is the taxes that it has heaped on the product. And that is what we have been calling on government for the past 4 years, to consider removing these taxes, because as an association, we believe that the benefit this country stands to gain by pushing up consumption of LPG from the current 25% penetration level to 50% by the year 2030 will far more outweigh the benefit we are gaining from these taxes.